I could say wouldn't be enough. Just Bill Cosby.
But you can't ever take me with that haircut. No, you have to get it cut way down and then have the guy cut apart on one side. Okay. That's the way. See, my hair used to be that close, but all the way around. See, when I was a kid, you go to the barber shop, but your mother sent a note with you with a description. My mother drew my head and the kind of cut, and I gave it to the man, and it cost, I think haircuts in those days cost about 35 cents. But the man drank. The man, he drank. He had a little bottle behind him, see? So it was that cheap because he drank. But,
did that affect his style of cutting?
The part. When he cut the part in, sometimes it went down. He was creative. He would have been hip today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would look like a lightning bolt.
Well, no, he didn't pass out. Now, the first time I saw a haircut like that, I thought the guy had to leave the barbershop right away. No, I'm not talking about your cut, because this is all in style now. The first people I saw with haircuts like that were prize fighters on ESPN. Guys from Philly had those cuts. Yeah. I mean, about 6 years ago.
Yeah. And it looked like somebody just said, gotta go.
Yeah, no, the guy said, wait a minute, I'll be right back. You can finish it later.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I ask you something about the paper today? I always talk about what I read in the paper. Your name was in the paper because they asked kids who they would love to have as a father, and you were second. Interesting enough, George Bush was third. You beat Bush.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Why are people putting me in things I don't want to be in? I mean, all of a sudden, you know, newspapers are taking polls of things I didn't even ask to be in.
Yeah, but it's kind of a compliment, because what kids are saying is that of all the people they can think of, they'd rather have you as their dad.
No, it's not really, because first of all, you don't know where they got these people from. You know? And secondly, you don't know why they want me to be the father, you know? Kid might, maybe somebody in the project say, yeah, I want a car. Bill Cosby, give me a car, man. Bill Cosby, give me a free airplane, yeah. When I was a kid like that, living in the projects, you asked me who I would want for my father. Shucks, I would have said somebody with some dough. But then again, see, I mean, I'd have hid the paper from my father.
Yeah. Well, who was your hero? Like, who would you have answered? What name would you have said when you were a kid?
For my father?
Yeah.
Nobody. No, because I dug my old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right. See, that's another thing. I don't want to be anybody's father. I don't mind being their friend, but I got 5 kids, man. It's rough. But, you know, you have this thing with the gangs, and they're all uniting for, what, the week?
Well, what they're doing is...
Aren't you afraid that they may be resting up, and when they come out this time, it'll be twice as rough, man? Why don't you put a moratorium on them for life? You know,
that would be fun, but I guess Michael Concepcion and all the people that started this decided you have to start... You have to... I'm sorry.
You better put some subtitles under this thing.
You have to start small. It's like smoking. It's like, I'm going to cut down a little bit.
No, not really, man. You know, there's something, for me, there's a key word, and I'm serious. You drive, first of all, I was brought up in the 40s, in the housing project. We were on what's called relief, which is today called welfare. And we loved the postman twice a month. Had enough money for the rent, but not for the dry cleaning. I joined a gang, and in those days, we didn't have one of the greatest things I ever saw was Keisha Knight Pulliam's brother. He's about this tall. Beautiful face. Oh, he's lovely face. I hope he can act because I want to use him. And in my day, you played with this.
Yeah.
I mean, really, finger thing, and you shot it. Like that. So, he came around the corner. You dig?
Yeah.
I said, he did like this.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I said, you missed. He said, not really. So I took a hand grenade. Boom, he jumped out of the way. I went to my dressing room. He came around. He said, you're dead. I said, what? He said, heat-seeking missile. He said a heat-seeking missile after me. So, you know, what I used to do when I was a kid, and what they have today, this stuff is rough, man. We only had switchblades. That's all we had. And when I was in the gang, I joined them because they were the guys that everybody, you know, kind of moved aside for. Well, I think you want to be that kind of person in a lower economic neighborhood. Once you get an education and you take pride in striving for excellence, you don't really walk and hope for people to clear the sidewalk for you. Because you're too busy into yourself as a real person. Yeah. And what you are working at up here. This is what God gave us. When you fight over the city turf, you become...
Or drugs.
But city turf is what they're fighting over.
No, it's gotten deeper.
We've been fighting over city turf.
It's gotten deeper, trust me.
I trust you. But what is the difference? What is the difference between wine and marijuana and crack and whatever?
About $6 million a year.
Not only that, but babies that don't recover from the drug, who don't even know. Now, if you have this happening, if these kids are selling, they really must not be thinking about the responsibility. Because let's say you and I are now 18 years old, or 14, and we know that our mother delivered us, and she was on crack. And that's why we really don't have all up here functioning, or maybe in here.
Yeah.
Are we going to be happy people?
Not at all.
Are we going to respect our mother and perhaps the father that we can't find? I'm saying responsibility. And I'm saying not, these kids are capable. They're very bright kids. And they're strong kids. And they're very physical. And they're quick to pick up. I'm saying now. Now.
Let's take
responsibility. And we'll take a commercial.
And come back with
and
more responsibility.
Right.
Yes. We'll be right back.
You were going to allow me to finish my point.
Yeah, because I didn't want to interrupt.
You see, in my day, wine, marijuana, today, crack, so forth and so on. It's about the turf, because they don't go outside of the turf to sell that crap. They sell it on their own turf. They do it to their own people. Yeah, they drive a Porsche, and they got great whatever, but it's in the neighborhood. It's in the neighborhood. You don't step outside. So it's about the turf. And what I'm saying is, we taxpayers can put money in, and you can pull it from the government to set up all kinds of programs. They don't work if the people don't accept the responsibility. And now is the time for the responsibility. There are many, many problems that the people have, which have to be worked on. But you can't help if they don't accept the responsibility. And you're absolutely correct. $90 million is the difference, but it's still on the turf. You don't see them running it up into Beverly Hills. You don't see them going to the Pacific Palisades. They're selling it damn near to their sisters and brothers. And then the girls have the babies, and they drop them off at the hospital and leave them there. And the hospital has to take care of them for free and keep them.
And the babies are born crack and cocaine addicted.
And I don't know if you've ever seen any of
I
them.
went with Jesse Jackson to the hospital, and we saw babies with heads that were deformed and with hearts that were deformed.
And these are the guys selling that stuff and blowing each other apart in their own neighborhood. It's not, what you've done is wonderful, and there is no but. I'm saying the moratorium's got to last for life. Responsibility.
Yes, I want to talk about...
Then you and I just thought of something else. Then you and I would have role models to look at.
Yes.
People wouldn't just be looking at us. We would look at them graduating from college, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, the guys that...
All the laudes.
All the laudes. Yes. There would be no thank you, laudes. The parents would say thank you, laudes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that fantasy.
Okay. I think I will just go to the movie now where you play a father, because I don't want to lose everybody out there. Let's
We didn't lose anybody.
I got a feeling some people saying, I don't want to hear it.
Of course not. Bart Simpson's friends. Did you read what the guy said?
Yes. You've been in the paper.
The front page of the guy says, I'm going to watch Bart Simpson because after I watched the Cosby Show, I just learned too much. And I said, no, Bart doesn't want you either, man. Bart is only this tall, man. This is a grown man saying that.
Yeah, I guess the big thing now is that the Simpsons are about to be put up against the Cosby.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Are there any changes that the Cosby...
Not because Bart is coming. Hey, listen, wait a minute. Let me explain something. This is my 7th season. When I came on the air, the thing that I wanted to do with my show was show that there are parents who are in control of their kids as opposed to writers and producers. You understand? And so when we shot up to wherever we went, #1, and stayed up there until last year, the beautiful thing about it was I was playing with house money and still doing my job. So no matter who it is, somebody's going to come. You understand?
Yeah.
Whether it be Bart, Harry, Roy, or whatever.
Yeah.
But we, on the Cosby Show, are still on course. And when NBC says, they're a little low, Bill, I think you better book yourself a couple extra nights, then that'll be it.
Yeah.
No problem. I've had a wonderful ride.
Okay, look.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, I can't believe this, but I have to take another commercial. Then I'm going to come right back, and we have to talk about Ghost Dad.
No, but you said we were going to do that before.
Well, I promise this time.
It's that haircut that's doing that to you, you know?
It's affecting my mind. We'll be right back with Bill Cosby. Ghost Dad.
Yes, please, put it on.
It's coming.
Here it is.
Set up this clip.
Put the clip on.
Set it up.
I don't know what it is. I'm in this movie.
Okay, Sandy, show the clip.
I'm excited. Play.
That you're an alien.
What?
I want $50,000 in small, unmarked bills right now, or I go to the newspapers.
Oh, you listen to me. You mention one thing to anybody about this, and so help me, I'll do things to you that you can't even imagine. You try to threaten me? 'Cause I don't get frightened. I give frightened. I'm not an alien. I'm Ghost.
I was going to ask you to tell what this movie is all about. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I think
A
Enos
special
is here.
guest?
Someone screamed.
Special guest?
Anyway, I was going to ask you to explain what the movie is about, but it's almost self-explanatory. You are a ghost.
And this little kid, he's such a wonderful actor, but he saw me do some things as a ghost, and he's going to go squeal on me. So I went to his house and frightened him.
Yeah.
It's a wonderfully fun movie, and the way, first of all, it's family, PG, sure enough PG, not one of those sneaky PGs where you say, wait a minute, you know, you do like that to your kid. You know, and the kid's going, hey, I want to see that. But this is sure enough PG, and what I'm thinking is that in between crash, bang, sex, violence, filth, all in one excitement, that right in there, we will fit perfectly for the summer. And it's good.
Yes, parents clapping.
Strange people.
Yes, Sidney Poitier directed this. A friend of yours. I assume he's a friend.
He was a friend. No,
Oh,
man.
uh-oh.
No. Let me explain something to you. I had wires. They put these wires so that they can put me on the pulley and pull me up, and that's called flying.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, the man put me in the thing, and the guy pulled me up 4 stories in the studio like this, all the way up there, put the lock on it, and Sidney said, lunch.
That's cold.
And they went to lunch and left me up there, and I heard about 15 minutes later, and a little box came up with some tofu soup.
Oh.
So he is not my friend anymore.
Is he a good director?
He's a people. If you do a movie and Sidney's directing, he will be in your face all the time to tell you where this goes before and where that goes after and what you're doing here. And then he will turn you loose. And then you have to make him leave because he'll be laughing at you. So then you say, Sidney, come on back, the scene is over. But he's a people director, he's meticulous, and you can trust him. You understand?
Yes.
He will stay with the story. Unlike some guys just worry about the truck. They don't even know where you are. He says, well, did the truck crash right? Yes, good, Brent.
When does this hit? When does this movie open?
June 29th.
June
The
29th.
local theaters everywhere with popcorn.
Yes.
Right. And bring the little children and your old parents.
And you won't have to do this.
No, you want to do that to the kids. I sat in a movie one time, and I was enjoying the picture, but all of a sudden, somebody said, you know, your kid is watching it. And my daughter was going. And I said, hey, hey, hey. She said, Buzz.
Thank you for stopping by again.
I enjoyed myself. Have a good time with all of the kids. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing you're doing. And I'm happy for you. And I'm going to take it back to Philadelphia and make sure that some of...
Thank you very much. Bill